Coming up. So we did it every which way.
Mark's scripts always flummox me.
How'd you say that?
It's a football commentator style.
Picky, 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 picky.
And she puts the casserole down!
I have friends that are actually football commentators.
There's no traffic, but you do get angry geese.
We are very old and you are not.
I'll own my ancient years.
How do you say that?
I was so excited, so excited.
Of course I didn't. No, I was in my living room the whole time.
I would do it my way or the highway, babe.
And now, enjoy the podcast.
How do you say that?
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 Hello and welcome to How Do You Say That, the podcast that's sponsored by BritishVoiceover.co.uk. I am Samantha Boffin and this is my co-host Mark Rice.
Hello there.
Hello.
Every week we invite a voice actor into the studio. They bring one of their scripts, we bring one of ours, and we find out that there isn't just one way to read a script. There are actually lots of different ways.
There are lots and lots and lots of different
Yes.
ways, you're right. Yes, so Mark,
Yeah.
my current obsession this week, or was, Anthony Gormley.
Oh.
Anthony Gormley is an artist who did the Angel of the North.
Oh, I know.
Used his,
I know,
yeah?
Yes.
And then he also made 100-odd statues that he's placed around the world. And they're in all sorts of odd places.
But why is he your obsession this week?
He's my obsession this week because I went to Margate.
Yes.
And in Margate, in the sea in Margate, is an Anthony Gormley statue. And sometimes he's completely submerged. Sometimes he's completely on the sand. And I literally was so obsessed with him. Me and my friend Alison were so obsessed with Anthony Gormley that we went at all times of the day to see him in various stages of submersion.
Fair enough. Well, my current obsession is weeding.
Weeding?
I ignored it for most of the summer, and then I realised they got so big that I just had to do more and more and more. Now my garden is almost free of weeds. It's great.
Does it look gorgeous?
It looks certainly better than it did.
Excellent.
Let's welcome our special guest. It's voice actor Louis Critchley. Hello, Louis. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. Hello there.
Hello.
Well, Sam, let's find out a little bit more about Louis, shall we?
Yes, so Louis has been working in the voiceover industry for 15 months.
Hey, months.
With Voice Fox
Months,
Agency.
not years. Okay.
15
Okay.
months, people,
Yes.
yes. He loves creature and extreme vocals. His party trick is animal impressions. And he primarily works in games. However, he's also got, in 15 months, a few audiobooks under his belt.
Amazing. Well, Louis is always searching for ways to improve the craft, particularly finding truthful characters in fun and creative ways. This year, and you may know him through this, he was nominated for Newcomer of the Year at the One Voice Awards.
15 months, everyone. 15 months.
Welcome along to the podcast, Louis. I've listened to all of your reels. You can do some amazing stuff. Have you got a fun fact for us?
Oh, yes, I do. So, when I was 14 years of age...
So not that long ago.
No, hey. He speaks truth. He speaks truth, people. I pretended to mail myself in a box to Brazil.
Oh.
It was around this time there was a bit of a trend going on YouTube of people pretending, or it was meant to be passed off as real. It was for the clicks, for the bait, where they would pretend to mail themselves through the UK postal system.
Wow.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, and I was like, I can do that. I'll get a million bajillion views. And so I cobbled together this really crappy cardboard box that could fit me because there was none in my house that could. And I sat in there and I live streamed myself for about 12 hours. Just sat in a box. And that was my weekend activity.
Okay. Did you actually get mailed?
Of course I didn't. No, I was in my living room the whole time. I did try and convince my mum to shake me around a few times to sell the illusion.
So let's put a stamp on it for the clicks, shall we? And look at the first script of our show and ask, well, how do you say that?
How do you say that?
It's a Mark script. Mark, tell us about your script. What have you
Yeah,
brought
it's a commercial
us?
script. I got this just before the World Cup. So it's a football commentator style.
Woo.
Which I'm sure when you read this, Sam, you absolutely appreciated.
I was so excited. So excited.
So I had an engineer on the call.
Right.
I had 2 clients, one in London and one in New Zealand. And I had a producer in Toronto.
Holy
It
moly.
came through quite a big UK agency, this one, so it was quite all over the world,
Quite
which is nice.
nerve-wracking, I would
Yeah,
think,
a
with all
little
these
bit,
people.
absolutely. Well, I mean, I think we nailed it in take one, but then, of course, as ever, we did 15 other takes.
Of course you thought you nailed
15
it in
other
take
with
one.
No. I think they took take one in the end.
Did they?
I think they
that's
took
such
take one
an
in the
way,
end.
They
isn't it?
always
yeah,
do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But we did a lot more different ways. But yes, so it's excitable football commentator. What else would you like to know?
That just terrifies me from the get-go. Whereas you two guys are probably thinking, woohoo, I want to do this.
My heart was filled with joy when I saw this script, I'll be real with you.
I bet it was. Mine plummeted. But anyway, we can still do it.
I'm afraid it is a 30-second script as well.
Okay.
And the only advice I would give is that it is up there, Sam.
No, I will do it my way.
Yeah,
I will do it
absolutely.
my way
of course
or
you
the
will.
highway,
Or the
babe.
highway.
I will do something.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing what you do with it.
Okay.
Because this could be great.
This could be really good. What a take it'll be.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, get ready. Okay. They scratch left. They scratch right. One more scratch will do it. Is it? It is! It's a free, freshly baked donut at Tom Hopkins. Win today with Tom Hopkins. Grab your scratch card when you spend £15 in store. Every card's a winner, with over 300,000 prizes to be won, including drinks, freshly baked donuts and gift vouchers. Visit your nearest Tom Hopkins today. See tomhopkins.co.uk for details. Conditions apply.
Love that. Love that.
You hate it? Wow.
I really hated that.
No, see, I liked the excitement that you kind of brought to that, especially in the last bit with it. Win today at Tom Hopkins. You know, it felt very no, because we're assuming this is like a bakery of some kind, right? You know, it's a Greg style convenience.
Yeah, if you think along those lines, yeah.
That's quite hard to make excitable, right?
Wow.
I think you brought a very nice energy to it, very nice flow, and I like the contrast you brought. Yes.
Well, thank you, but, you know.
I tell you what I got out. I got out like circus, because you kind of went, every card's a winner with 300,000 prizes to be won. It's like, I got a kind of ringmaster theme.
Yeah.
It is so out of my comfort zone that
Yeah,
I just
totally.
don't know what to do with it. I just literally don't know what to do with it. So it comes out at some kind of schizophrenic weirdness, and I just don't know what to throw at it. It's such an odd thing for
Did
me
you
to get
watch any of
something
the
like
World
this.
Cup?
No. I didn't watch literally a kick.
How many football matches have you watched in your life?
You're going to be surprised here, but I was once the creative head of the World Cup for the BBC.
You're joking. What?
No, I know.
Did you watch any of that one?
I had to. I had to watch
Okay.
every single match, but I also had to go down to sport every day and say things like, "Can we have?" Well, because we'd have to get all the shot. Oh, it was awful. It was an awful moment in my life. But that was the only time I've ever watched any football.
Okay, so I don't think we quite got commentator at the beginning. I don't
Oh
think
my God.
if I'd not known, I wouldn't have known that was a commentator.
We didn't get anything. We didn't.
No.
We got nothing. The weird thing is I have friends that are actually football commentators for real in
So
in the
you
real
know
world.
what they do. Yeah.
No, I don't listen to them. But I know what they do in theory.
Louis, would it help if I told you one more piece of information that I didn't give to Sam?
Of course. Oh, favoritism.
So, the first half, after the kind of shouty capital letters line,
Yes.
the client and the producer, well, they didn't come to blows, but they disagreed with how that should be. Client went, well, we think it should be much more corporate-y. And producer went, no, it's still football commentator. So we did it every which
I can
way.
understand that.
Okay.
I can sort of see that.
But they
So-
did go, I know that they went in the end with football commentator.
Right, okay.
But
so
it does give you some choices to play with.
This is very fun. I like this a lot. Okay.
I just wish I could say I loved this. I wish I could have your joie de vivre there.
Oh, man.
I mean, I love this kind of. I get football commentator a lot, as you know. I get, I get swimming commentator. I get F1 commentator. I don't know why I've been kind of pigeonholed in there, but with a couple of agencies, I'm the person they call when they need it, which is great, and I love that.
And you genuinely love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see that, and that I think is the whole thing, isn't it? If you genuinely love doing a certain kind of read, then that makes life so much better, doesn't it?
But I'm not a sports fan, but I know what
no.
they do. But I make it my business to listen to those kind of commentaries.
That's what I mean. There are certain reads out there that I adore.
Yes.
This is not one of them. But when you get but the point is, when you get a read you adore, it's so exciting to do, isn't it?
Yeah. Especially in a live session.
It's exactly.
Yeah.
It's such a joy. I'm excited to hear Louis.
Yes. Go for it, Louis. Go for it.
Blah.
Louis loving it.
Oh, yes. They scratch left. They scratch right. One more scratch will do it. Is it? It is! It's a free freshly baked donut at Tom Hopkins. Win today with Tom Hopkins. Grab your scratch card when you spend £15 in store. Every card's a winner with over 300,000 prizes to be won, including drinks, freshly baked donuts, and gift vouchers. Visit your nearest Tom Hopkins today. See tomhopkins.co.uk for details. Conditions apply.
Oh, now but you were on the train and then you let the train gently glide into the station for the last line, I thought.
But is that not a good thing? I quite like that. No?
Yes, I quite liked it, but I think it lost a little bit of the upbeat, energetic.
We want a commentator through and through.
Yeah,
so
I reckon.
It's a commitment to the character.
So I think what you did there, on that last bit, just riffing off that last bit, did you do a kind of standard, see tomhopkins.co.uk for details, conditions apply? You did a standard thing. Now, that's an interesting thing to do, I thought.
Yes.
I quite like that.
And absolutely a very valid choice. It's just not what they wanted.
Okay.
For sure.
Okay.
It's weird, isn't it? Because when you've got a producer and a client disagreeing...
Yeah. Well, you just have to give all the options, don't you?
And we did. Yeah. I mean, we did that last section many, many times over.
Yeah. I thought that was so much fun right from the get-go.
Yes,
I loved your scratch left, your scratch right.
Absolutely.
I loved all that.
Yeah,
I loved all that. And
Yeah.
that, I can see why understanding the situation that you're in just really lifted that, which was great. And also what I loved was there's a list in there of things which I did not differentiate enough, and you did, I thought.
I love me my lists.
I love a list.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I think you did differentiate the list, but I think you'll say to me that I won't because I'm going to stay in commentator mode. And I think that actually means that it's probably on much more one level than that.
Okay.
Maybe. And you can see how the football crowd, the stadium sound, as the crowd cheers, would bring this to life, don't you?
For sure.
That's the thing.
Absolutely.
That's the thing.
And at the top, actually, the hushedness, we're waiting for this big moment. You know, that kind of point where, yeah.
They didn't have the music when I did it, interestingly, and they hadn't decided which the music was going to be by this point. Okay. So that was an interesting one. They chose really well in the final thing. Right, let me give you a go with what I did. Let me get into commentator. It's like, I love it. They scratch left. They scratch right. One more scratch will do it. Is it? It is. It's a free freshly baked donut at Tom Hopkins. Win today with Tom Hopkins. Grab your scratch card when you spend £15 in store. Every card's a winner with over 300,000 prizes to be won, including drinks, freshly baked donuts and gift vouchers. Visit your nearest Tom Hopkins today. See tomhopkins.co.uk for details. Conditions apply.
There was something you did that I loved in there. I loved your free. Is that free? That you hit free like
it felt very much like you were punctuating a goal that had gone through.
Yes. Which is what they want. I really enjoy.
Oh, yes.
This is not a subtle piece.
Oh, no, and they don't come to me for subtle, as you know.
No, and that's the beauty of it.
The debate was, is it too high, that second section,
right,
or is it just that high? They decided in the end, just that high worked.
You two have made me love it a bit.
Excellent.
Oh, that's good.
You two haven't made me love me doing it, but you've made me love it a bit.
Maybe you should exposure therapy yourself a bit with sports commentary,
Yeah, maybe.
When the game's next on, you should, annoy your family and friends.
To be a sports commentator. You're right, though. That's exactly what I should do.
Or just invite your friends that are sports commentators round for dinner and get them to only talk in that voice.
No. She brings in the casserole.
Can you imagine?
Can you imagine?
And she puts the casserole down. The spoon's in the casserole and it's out for one bowl.
Do you know those things I absolutely adore when they pop up on social media? You know, when people there's a couple at the moment that are doing a kind of swimming commentator thing.
Oh,
They've
really?
obviously went on holiday and they were in an infinity pool, and they are the funniest thing. They pop up on my Instagram feed all the time. And they've literally commentate each other doing ridiculous things in the pool. It's fantastic. Maybe I should do more of that. Maybe I should just treat it as a laugh and then get more comfortable with it.
Play How Do You Say That?
Well, these are real scripts that we've been working on, but some of the names and details have been changed to avoid copyright issues, and you can find both the scripts we're using today in the show notes of this episode.
So, Louis, tell us about the script that you've brought along today. What's this about?
He's still high. Could you hear that? He's still high from the previous one. Go on, sorry.
So this script is from a multicast audiobook that I have been working on.
Nice.
This is one of the characters I play in it. He is a soldier of a very nasty local lord who he's basically come to this bar, this tavern, and is threatening the patrons with particularly unsavory threats and a not very nice time.
His lord, if you like, his master is nasty. Is he just as nasty?
Oh, yes. Like attracts like in every industry, and this is no exception. Yes, Lord Hiram. I had a bit of difficulty with pronunciation of this, so yeah,
Hiram.
and that name is said a lot in this script.
Yes.
Yes, it's Hiram.
And who's he actually talking to, Louis?
So he is talking to a bartender. So it's in a tavern. He's basically come in, and he's giving this threat to him. He's the direction before it, the action that was given was he's picking his nails while he's saying this, which is I thought was quite an interesting thing to work with.
So it's more insular. Yes, interesting.
He's picking his nails, but he is presumably still threatening.
Absolutely. He's a bully who likes to hoard and abuse his power.
Does he have any accent? Is he from anywhere? Is that
General RP was what was on the audition brief, I believe, but feel free to go crazy with it if you want, you know.
Okay. All right. Okay. You see, the boy in the barrel turned out to be horribly incompetent. So we must get our own information now. Between you and me, I can't understand what Hiram wants with this shithole town and its shithole people. But then I think about who Hiram is, and it all falls into place. Let me put it this way. If you say your floorboards are brown, and Hiram says they're red, he'll cut your family's throat over them before he lets you be right. If you say the sky's blue, and Hiram says it's orange, he's likely to set your inn on fire rather than admit he was wrong.
I thought it was quite interesting that you went down a bit more of a accent-wise, slightly roughed yourself up a little bit.
Yeah.
I thought it was interesting. It gave much more of a sort of a bruiser energy. Like it very much felt like you were sort of, you were a goon who was, coming to threaten this person, which I quite liked. Yeah, I mean, if I could offer a note of critique, perhaps, maybe like linking the thoughts together a little more could be something to work with, particularly in the sense of, going from kind of a indirect kind of musing with thoughts, you see the boy in the barrel and is horribly incompetent, to then suddenly making it more intimate. Between you and me, I can't understand what, I think there could be something to play with there.
Yes, I mean, I was interested because you started off with one accent, actually, and you ended on another. So,
God damn it!
I'm assuming,
Classic.
I'm assuming you rethought, because I can see why you chose a more thuggish approach. Were you conscious of changing it halfway through?
I wasn't conscious of changing it. I thought I'd begun there.
Yeah.
And I wonder if it was because the first line was quieter.
Maybe I'm wrong.
And so it just didn't come out more.
I might be wrong. I just was much more aware of the kind of, kind of the bruiser.
It did go more thuggish. I just wondered if that first line was just quieter and it didn't come out. That's my excuse. I'm going to stick with that.
Yeah. Okay.
Right, Sam, you get to have a go.
I do. Let's see what I make of it. Okay, hold it. You see, the boy in the barrel turned out to be horribly incompetent, so we must get our own information now. Between you and me, I can't understand what Hiram wants with this shithole town or its shithole people, but then I think about who Hiram is and it all falls into place. Let me put it this way. If you say your floorboards are brown and Hiram says they're red, he'll cut your family's throat over them before he lets you be right. If you say, the sky is blue and Hiram says it's orange, he's likely to set your inn on fire, rather than admit he was wrong.
I feel like you got a bit of Mark's accent.
I did.
Bled into that a little bit there.
Sorry, Sam. Sorry.
No.
Deliberately.
Take your notes.
Yeah, I kind of liked the slightly, bruisery accent a bit more. It felt better with that. But I mean, if I'm told to go RP, I will. But, yeah. I thought you really nicely brought that intimacy into it, especially from Let Me Put It This Way. It was almost like you were leaning in and just getting really into, the listener's face, which was lovely.
Yeah. I'm going to disagree slightly. I thought you were much more threatening until Let Me Put It This Way. And I thought the first part was more threatening than the second. And I thought you kind of took the RP. It didn't feel quite as I'm threatening you by telling you this in the second half as it had in the first, I thought.
Okay.
It's one of those weird ones because there are two very definite sides to this, aren't there?
It's an interesting piece because you have to work quite hard to make it threatening, because in and of itself it doesn't the words are not particularly threatening. Perhaps in the context of the piece they are, and perhaps the lead up to it and what happens afterwards is. But the actual words that are saying on the page that I'm looking at here, they don't feel that threatening. So you have to work quite hard to get that idea of threat in there.
Yes.
So it is really interesting actually as a piece.
The one thing that I know about Louis is he has got lots of voices inside him, and I don't know necessarily how you will have played this. So I'm interested to hear what you did with it.
Well, you're about to find out. All right. You see, the boy in the barrel turned out to be horribly incompetent, so we must get our own information now. Between you and me, I can't understand what Hiram wants with this shithole town or its shithole people. But then, I think about who Hiram is, and it all falls into place. Let me put it this way. If you say that your floorboards are brown and Hiram says they're red, he'll cut your family's throat over them before he lets you be right. If you say the sky is blue and Hiram says it's orange, he's likely to set your inn on fire rather than admit he was wrong.
I wasn't expecting Posho RP threatening, but oh my God, that worked.
Yes, where it put us, actually, and I don't know what era this is set in, and we didn't ask, actually, which is interesting.
True.
It gave me that kind of Robin Hood kind of vibe.
It is medieval fantasy.
Is it?
So it is that kind of era.
Yeah.
And that worked very well. I mean, it did come. That absolutely came across.
It did. It was Sheriff's Man.
Yes.
And I thought that worked really well.
Yes, and actually, you use Robin Hood as an example. That's very much Sheriff of Nottingham's people. Threatening. Yeah, very
absolutely.
much. How interesting. Well, of course, they're just some ways to do these scripts. We are heading rapidly, headlong, into the wildcard bit of the show. Time to approach these scripts in a different, maybe bigger, maybe if there is a bigger way of doing it, different way. A different way.
Yes. So lovely. So, Louis, can you pick one of the scripts and give one of us something new to do with it?
Okay. I'm going to say we're going to do the same script, and I'm going to give this to you, Sam.
Okay.
I'm going to, in the spirit of wildcard, I'm going to give you a bit of an interesting challenge. So instead of it being a bruiser or an enforcer of menace, instead, this is going to be, in the vein of my line of work, it's going to be a dragon.
Okay.
You are a dragon who is answering to perhaps maybe a more powerful dragon, and you are seeking to avoid them from going near your horde. Essentially, is where we're going.
Okay, let me just imagine where I am then. You see, the boy in the barrel turned out to be horribly incompetent, so we must get our own information now. Between you and me, I can't understand what Hiram wants with this shithole town or its shithole people, but then I think about who Hiram is and it all falls into place. Let me put it this way. If you say your floorboards are brown and Hiram says they're red, he'll cut your family's throat over them before he lets you be right. And if you say the sky is blue and Hiram says it's orange, he's likely to set your inn on fire rather than admit he was wrong.
I wondered if you'd get the fire line. I love it. Kind of matriarch dragon.
Yes, yes.
I liked it. I liked it.
I don't know.
I thought it was interesting because, and the reason I gave this to you, Sam, was because so often you hear this very sort of deep gutter kind of dragon, right? And so I really wanted to hear how you would approach, the same level of menace, but with a more feminine sounding voice. And I thought it was very interesting that you decided to you actually went a lot into your higher register with that. I thought that was a nice bit of sort of tonal contrast.
Yeah, I didn't want to make it a reptilian dragon,
Mm-hmm.
and I worried that if I went deep and down, you don't necessarily get the light and the shade that you necessarily want. It becomes
Gives
a
you less
little
range to
one
play with,
note.
doesn't it? Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
for sure.
When I do creatures like this, and I do get dragons and goddesses and that sort of nonsense sometimes, what actually I discover happens is that they treat your voice afterwards anyway.
Yes, they
So,
do. They do.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
What you give them is you try and give them a variety of range. But maybe
Yes.
I missed the boat. Maybe I should have gone low.
I thought it worked nicely. Talking about vocal range and talking about the higher register, Louis, I'm going to try and test you with script 1, so the football. And I've taken this because of the word scratch, and I think I want you to be a kitten.
Brilliant.
And a kitten being just excitable with other kittens.
Okay, absolutely.
If that's okay.
Okay. Radio. Let's see.
They scratch left. They scratch right. One more scratch will do it. Is it? It is! A free freshly baked donut from Tom Hopkins. Win today with Tom Hopkins. Grab your scratch card and you spend £15 in store. Every card's a winner with over 300,000 prizes to be won, including drinks, freshly baked donuts, and gift vouchers. Visit the nearest Tom Hopkins today. See tomhopkins.co.uk for details. Conditions apply.
I love that. And
That was
I
so
thought the choice of American
sweet.
was very, very clever. There. Yes, what a sweet kitten. You're
Oh,
right,
yes.
Sam. Yes.
Yeah.
I thought the characterization was nice too. I thought I really knew who I was listening to.
Yes, I could see that little kitten.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
How lovely. How lovely.
I'm going to give you, Mark, the second script. I'm not going to
Okay.
give you your script.
Okay.
And I would like you to be a little boy. And I'd like you to be about 5 or 6.
Okay.
And you're explaining yourself to your mum or your dad, who is not impressed with the fact that you're standing there before them, where you've got, you've clearly, your clothes are ripped and your knees are dirty and scratched and everything.
Shouldn't have been hanging out with Hiram.
You shouldn't
then.
have been doing whatever it is you're doing.
Oh God. Yeah.
And you're only 6.
Yeah.
So you're trying to wriggle out of whatever trouble you think you might be in.
Gonna try not to do archetypal 6-year-old as well, because that it's a danger to fall into, isn't it? All right. Okay. You see, the boy in the barrel turned out to be horribly incompetent, so we must get our own information now. Between you and me, I can't understand what Hiram wants with this shithole town, this shithole people. But then I think about who Hiram is, and it all falls into place. Let me put it this way. If you say your floorboards are brown, and Hiram says they're red, he'll cut your family's throat over them before he lets you be right. if you say the sky is blue and Hiram says it's orange, he's likely to set your inn on fire rather than admit he was wrong.
Sweet.
Amazing.
I like the little stumbling. Well, did Dad admit?
A very precocious 6-year-old. I must say.
They always are with when you've got long words that a 6-year-old wouldn't know. It's very difficult, actually, isn't it?
Yeah, because either you
concepts,
you stumble over them, as it were, and you don't know what he's, or you accept that you kind of vaguely know them. I like the fact that you swallowed shithole.
Yeah.
Well, you said standing in front of parents, and I wondered if that was like a no to say things like that.
Shithole. It's not going to go down well. They're really impressed.
Yeah,
well, if you want to play
I like how you got more excitable sort of near the end when you were talking about
I did.
You know?
I like the fact you gained in confidence.
Yeah.
You got through the shithole bit.
Realised he wasn't as much in trouble, maybe.
Not too bad.
Possibly.
Yeah, you'd kind of convinced yourself that it's going quite well, this. Going quite well.
Yeah.
I think Mum's going to be okay with this one.
Yeah.
Right? Got away with that.
Well, if you want to play along in the privacy of your own booths, as we've said before, we've put the scripts in the show notes, you can have a try for your very own self.
Absolutely. Now, Louis, there is something that we need to ask you.
Of course.
Because it would be remiss of me if I didn't clear this up. What on earth was your background that meant you could jump straight into, almost from the beginning, to an agent like VoiceFox only 15 months ago? So what were you doing before that?
Basically, I went to East 15 Acting School. I did a BA in World Performance, which was a fever dream of a course, where we studied basically kind of performance styles from around the world, so like Balinese dance, no theatre.
Wow, okay.
And then I went straight on to a master's in acting for digital media, also at East 15, which covered motion capture, acting for camera, and voice.
Right.
So I've always wanted to do voice. It's always been something that I've played a lot of video games. I watched a lot of animation, and I've always been like, that is so something I'd like to do. And so then really just getting on that master's and doing the voice work there, especially in combination with the mocap and how to learn how to physically motivate what you're doing was huge for me. Essentially, I just applied. I emailed a bunch of agents just around February time. I emailed VoiceFox, Emily Dean, and she came back to me and she was like, I want to take you on.
Your reels are great. I wondered if you'd done the MA and there was a kind of showcase at the end of it, but you're saying it was even more random than that.
Well, yes. So the showcase, that was not how I got my agent, because I was actually doing voice work while I was on the MA. I booked my first big gig like in the middle of my dissertation time.
Nice.
So did you create
fun.
Reels already?
Yes.
So I see. So quite early on you created Reels.
So the big secret, here's my sauce, all right? I posted every week a video of me doing something. So I'm obsessed with D&D.
I've seen your TikTok. I know.
Oh,
yes,
you know what I'm saying.
I've seen it.
Dragons.
Yep, absolutely.
Oh, yes.
So it was the Dungeons & Dragons hobby that created the whole thing.
Oh, yeah,
That's
know
mad.
How brilliant. How brilliant.
Yeah, so I posted videos of myself. So it was literally just, I had a series called Voicing a Random Creature from D&D, where I would flip through this thing called the Monster Manual, which it's part of Dungeons & Dragons. It has a bunch of different creatures. You have like descriptions of them and their artwork. And I'd look at one, I'd be like, okay, let's try it. And then I would do it. Emily really liked that content. She was following me before I emailed her, actually, I believe.
Yeah.
And so then it was just, it just kind of fell into place from that. It was mainly through social media.
But the interesting thing about that is that goes right back to where we were almost at the beginning of this particular episode, is that if there's something you love,
Yes.
that makes it so much simpler, if you like, to be able to hone your ability to do that. Because often the stuff that we love is the stuff that we're actually quite good at. That's why we love it. It's a kind of, a super circle of... So people listening to you now may or may not have that expertise in their back pocket, but they may well have other things that they're absolutely brilliant at and adore doing. And that's the thing, is it's really working at the things that you're already good at to make yourself extra good at them, if you see what I mean.
And I love your phrase there, Sam, the super circle. Absolutely, because that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Louis, thank you so much for coming on the podcast. I hope you've enjoyed it.
I've loved it.
Good.
Fantastic.
We have had fun.
Thank you, Louis.
Just a reminder that all of Louis Critchley's details can be found in the show notes of the episode.
Yes, and of course the scripts are there as well. So if you want to see what we all look like in our booths, do check out the podcast by searching at HDYST Podcast on TikTok and Instagram. You can see us in action.
Okay, that's it for this week. Thanks again to Louis Critchley. We'll be back next week with more scripts and another voiceover guest when we'll be asking,
How do you say that? How do you say that?